wherever you stream IGN or on channel IGN1 on your Samsung TV Plus. That's it today for the charity speedrun. IGN Expo starts right now. They cut my wave off. What the hell?
Welcome to IGN Summer of Gaming Expo. We're rounding up brand new gameplay, next-gen first looks, and got the developers to unpack the secrets behind their latest projects exclusively here on IGN. Today we're getting an exclusive look at new gameplay from Biomutant, the first we've seen of the game in over a year. What have those furry critters been up to? And speaking of critters, watch a monkey and a turtle try to cook hot dogs in Overcooked 2's latest Suns Out, Buns Out expansion. Plus, lots more. Kick back, relax, and get comfy because IGN Expo number 5 starts now.
Welcome to IGN Expo 5, part of our Summer of Gaming. I am Sydney Goodman, and I'm joined by Max Scoville and Brian Altano.
Where are the video game trailers, Sydney?
We want to see the new video game trailers.
I'll show you some trailers if you calm down and tell everyone at home about our awesome fundraiser.
Okay, fine, Sydney, but only because it's scripted in front of me. All summer of gaming long, IGN is raising money to support two awesome charities, the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Response Fund, dedicated to studying, tracking, and combating the coronavirus pandemic, as well as the Bail Project, a nonprofit that pays bail for people in need, reuniting families, and restoring the presumption of innocence. You can donate by clicking the links in your video description below, or by heading to donate.ign.com.
And when you do, you'll be entered to win some awesome prizes like swag and video games, and people who donate more than 50 whole bucks will be entered to win a limited edition Summer of Gaming Xbox One X. Again, that's donate.ign.com. Now, Sydney, we got all the important stuff out of the way. Can we please see the trailers? Show the trailers!
Show us the trailers! We want to see the games!
The trailers!
Show us the game!
You got
trailers!
Boys! Roll the thing!
Trailers!
Hello, Mr. President. You will not catch me. I built all this empire. Hundreds of hospitals and schools. I created thousands and thousands of jobs. Extreme poverty has disappeared. People have a better life now. Drugs? It is just the law of the market. When there is demand, there is supply. Why your citizens want my drugs? Yes, I am a killer. What about you, Mr. President?
Guys, Ultimate Knockout. DoorDash. Oh, they've got to get through the door and they're in a real hurry, but most of the doors are fake. Oh, no. That's gotta hurt. Egg Scramble. What's for breakfast today? We've got to make an omelette. It's got to be big. And down the dizzy heights. Oh, Fries with the win. Fries in the lead. Burger coming up a rear. Tail tag. It's a lovely time. Everyone's trying to take what isn't theirs anymore. Ooh, those tails passing hands. Watch out for your undies. It's Pandemonium. Fall Mountain, everybody's going up Fall Mountain, but only one will achieve kinghood. Who will be the monarch of the mountain? They're moving past the hammers now. Watch the turnstiles, it's the fruit shoot. You get to your local supermarket and suddenly somebody's throwing fruit at you. What are you, a doctor? They're trying to keep you away. Too many apples, too many bananas, too many peaches and pears. Keep going, keep on pushing through. Hoarders, only a few balls and too many people trying to steal them. Red Duck with the win. That duck is so goth, it reminds me of being a teenager. Moving on to the Jump Club. Oh, it's a classic event based on Jump Rope. One of the favourites, our champion here, chucking and jiving, doing his best to stay in the competition. Competitors trying to stay on the platform. Everybody knows about floorball. It's like soccer, only bigger and ballier. He's almost got it. They've almost made the recovery. Blue team on the recovery. No! denied. Ooh, no goal. Block party. The lights are on, the beats are bumping, and it's time to hop these yellow bars. And they've done it. They're all over it. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's winning. Hit parade. Watch for the boulders. Watch for the falls. Watch for the fall guys. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's getting hit. They've kept their balance. The bird tail really helps out in this scenario. To the slime climb. You've got to watch out for these. Oh, Warning Pants Duck Face in the lead. Look at that waddle. He's got the confidence of a champion. Oh no, and he's over the edge. Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, PlayStation 4 and PC, Summer 2020.
In Haven, you share the journey of two lovers who escape to a lost planet to stay together. You play you and Kay, the two heroes, at the same time. They glide freely over the plains of the fragmented planet. It feels a bit like going down a ski slope with a partner. The love relationship is at the heart of the game. You play a couple. You share the intimacy of two lovers who have been together for a while.
Were the lights off?
Stranded on Source, they're looking for ways to repair their ship. And it's not an easy thing in an unknown world, shattered in floating fragments and shaken with tremors.
It's shaken a lot.
When they have to fight, you control both characters at the same time. To be efficient, you chain your actions or synchronize them. It's real time and feels a bit like a rhythm game or playing a two-player sport. After a fight, hugging or kissing will give them a nice little health boost. But in order to recover completely, they craft balms and cures and improvise meals with what they gathered on Source. Eating isn't just about health and stamina. Sharing a good meal and everything they do together is really what builds the relation and the characters up. And when the mood is right, they celebrate over a drink and share a special moment together.
is a capital mistake to theorize before one has data. However, we have gathered enough information to support our suspicions that this following segment involves a rather notable and peculiar resident of 221B Baker Street. It's elementary, my dear Watson. The game is afoot. It's a Sherlock Holmes game. Watch the video.
Hello everyone. As some of you might know, we recently unveiled our new game, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, a prequel to the Sherlock adventures coming to current and next-gen platforms in 2021. You guessed it, it's a story-driven detective game with a strong emphasis on detective gameplay that will explore Sherlock's very first case.
To be completely honest with you, when we're first thinking of doing the next Sherlock Holmes adventure, we're thinking of going into two directions. And the first direction being, we stick with the old traditional Holmes, so the one that we know for being this antisocial genius who's all about the truth and pushing emotions aside. But as we're working on this game, we started to ask ourselves these questions. Questions like, look, was Holmes always like this? And then we started thinking to ourselves, look, maybe something happened to him that made him this way and turned him into this antisocial genius. And this is what Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is about. It's about trying to find out who was Sherlock Holmes before he became this huge world-famous detective.
Sherlock Holmes is on his way to becoming an adult. It's a process which for a lot of people can occur in one night or take decades. Sherlock Holmes, like anybody else, has to struggle between who we think he is for the others, and who he really is. He has yet to understand the truth about himself, and this is where the player intervenes. The player is driving him throughout this challenging journey of becoming the man he's meant to be.
We want Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 to be a hardcore detective experience that encourages players to think about who they are and if they have the right to be the judge of others. We will build our cases around the idea of impossible to solve crimes, ones that only Sherlock can crack. But because we are exploring his younger times, Sherlock's approach and style to solving them are a little bit different.
Our Sherlock is not that detached detective yet. He is more enthusiastic, reckless, and less discreet. He is a young rebel who loves to be admired and solves his cases to elevate himself above everyone else, especially competitors. Sherlock can also be quite adamant in his views. For example, he firmly believes that criminals are a plague that must be eliminated without any questions. And his youthful naivete dictates that the ends may justify the means as long as the outcome is beneficial. Truth is just a joyful challenge, and it's not his problem that uncovering the truth may cause harm. His personality is deeply rooted in different philosophical doctrines such as Kantian ethics and utilitarianism. They contradict each other, and it creates inner conflicts within his mind.
And lastly, a few words about the location itself. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 will take place on a fictitious Mediterranean island in the 19th century. We wanted to step away from the usually moody setting and have more artistic freedom. And to our Sherlock London and Victoria, England, represent the establishment that he would desperately want to escape. So thank you so much for taking a look at our upcoming project. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll speak with each other soon.
To check out this game on IGN Summer of Gaming, highlighting exciting under-the-radar games worth your attention. Our next game is a stylish time travel RPG called Cris Tales, where the left side of the screen is always in the past, and the right side of the screen is always in the future. Check out some exclusive new gameplay. Like what you see? Then head on over to IGN.com or YouTube.com/IGN to watch the full extended version of this gameplay.
Delicious. Thanks for that gaming appetizer, Tom. But it's time for the main course. And you know what they say, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, and there's no use over crying over spilled milk. That was almost the saying. And too many cooks spoil the broth. Of course, all those rules go out the kitchen window when you're playing Overcooked, everyone's favorite frantic co-op cooking game. And Max and Brian got a taste of what's on the menu with the newest DLC. Let's dig in. Bon appetit! Braised, zest, cooking terms.
Hey everybody, Max and Brian here. We're about to jump into Overcooked 2 and try our hand at the latest seasonal update, which is Sun's Out, Buns Out. This is coming to Overcooked 2, I believe, on July 5th. It's coming to consoles a little bit later, but it's all sorts of summer-themed nonsense involving hot dogs. We love hot dogs. Let's get in there.
That's right. Max, this is one of my favorite games, and you're one of my best friends, and I can't wait to use this game as an excuse to get in a huge argument with you.
Let's have a fight in the kitchen. All right.
Let's do it.
So hot dogs are one of my favorite foods, and I think that they're almost impossible to cook poorly unless you full-on set them on fire. So let's see how this goes.
There's a place in Clifton, New Jersey that I like to go to called Rutt's Hut, and they make hot dogs, like they boil them until they explode, and they're called the Rippers, and it's really cool.
I want to go there so much. I really want to go there and beat the Ripper. So I'm playing as the ape.
Okay.
Bring that weenie over here. You got to fill up that. Water pot. I'm just gonna move.
What water pot?
You know, the pot for water. And don't go in the street.
I'm boiling a hot dog right now. Why are there balloons here? This is very distracting.
It's a summertime celebration of the Great Sausage Festival. The World International Hot Dog Festival. #1 place for hot dogs.
Is that confetti? That confetti is going to get... Uh-oh. Oh, crap.
Okay, now we got to go chop some buns. I'm going to wait till this wiener's done sauteing.
I dropped the boiling water on the floor.
Don't do that.
How do you...
You forget how to play the game? I did too. I also bad at the game. Oh, criminy. I need to get the... I fell in the road. I got run over by parade floats. You can't have that. All right. I need a wiener and a buns. What? Is this Overcooked? Yeah, it is Overcooked. That's the name of the game. I meant I cook it wrong. All right. Get over there. It's time for chopping the buns. I don't know what he's doing to the buns.
What? Why would you chop a bun?
That would ruin it. Most hot dog buns are usually stale to begin with. That's gonna just a wreck.
Do you know how to get the hot dog out of the water?
You think you just pour the water on the plate?
Oh.
But you got to bring a plate over. I'm doing real bad here.
Where's the plate?
They're over the other place. We're just making a damn mess. Did I get the wiener in there? Did you follow the street again?
I died.
There's that bun. Get the bun. Okay. Did I do it? Okay. I need you to help me. What are we cooking? We're cooking with mustard? Okay, never mind. It's good. So apparently the switch to change the condiment machine is all the way over here.
Oh, so you're supposed to...
Hey, I made a wiener. What now? Oh god, they want ketchup and mustard? What are these? Who are these Rockefellers? What do they think they are?
Yeah, so I don't really think you're supposed to just drop a whole thing of boiling water onto a knife in this game, Max.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna wash a dish.
You need a plate, you farm animal. That's why I would never let a turtle serve me a hot dog. It gets salmonella on it.
Okay, I'll wash dishes. You can do pretty much everything
I fell
else.
in the street and my hot dog's getting away. It's in the parade float. Damn it.
I've cleaned a dish.
You got the dish clean. Okay, well, great. I need you to cook the wieners for me. Get over
Who wants
there.
This hot dog? Oh, I died.
I'm gonna go get more wieners.
It seems strange.
Cooking these buns.
It seems strange that the street is so dangerous here.
I was watching a Food Network show, and they had guys on there who could carry upwards of 3 hot dogs with one hand. It's crazy. I feel like these guys are only carrying one at a time. It's bad news. Uh-oh. I'm gonna overcook these dogs. Oh, I got it. You're okay.
Have you figured out how to get the dog out of the water?
You just put it on the plate.
I don't know about that.
What are they doing to these buns? Oh, you put me in the street. I threw my hot dog bun across the room. Give me that. Oh, why am I throwing it? Pick up the bun, you stupid monkey. Come on. Stop! What am I doing with my hands? My funny little ape hands. Pick it up. Pick it up, you sick animal. Get it on the knife. All right, chopping the buns. Give me that.
Why would you chop a bun? Okay, I have the hot dog.
Get that mustard. They want mustard and ketchup. No, you fool. They want condiments. They want a flavor sensation.
I figured some of them might have been allergic. It's completely fine.
I would love to go to a restaurant where like a snapping turtle comes out and he's like, "Here's your hot dogs," and the people are like, I wanted mustard and ketchup," and he'd just be like, "Well,
I'm gonna wash this filthy plate. Let's just do that. That's a good thing to do." All the hot dogs are shaking up there, Max.
What are you talking about? That's because the people are starving. They want wieners. Damn it! Oh man, we're doing real bad. This is the first level. We're terrible at this. This is why we never ran a restaurant together. We'd actually probably be okay at that. What kind of nonsense do these people want? They want mustard and ketchup. Go hit that big button over there. What are you doing, shoving me?
I was getting a bun over here. Why can't you just put a hot dog on the bun and just call it a day?
I mean, maybe if you're making hot dogs for children who are afraid of flavor, that could be an option. Yeah. Give me that. Can you take that hot dog next to you, and put? What did you do? Drop the bun on the floor. Get out of the street.
I did not.
Give him the ketchup. Give him the ketchup.
No,
give him the ketchup.
Are really distracting.
They want the ketchup. You.
They loved it. They loved it. You don't. I died.
What did you?
They
leave
loved
on
it.
the
You don't know what you're
float?
talking about.
Stick man. We're running out of time. Everyone hates our hot dog restaurant. They're never going to come to Captain Sea Turtle and Uncle Ape's Hot Dog Emporium again.
What did you hit me with? Get out of here. You got a hot dog on the floor, you big turd. Go. Deliver it. We're so close. Oh, no plate. Who needs a plate for a hot dog, really?
You're supposed to eat a hot dog off a piece of paper.
I would eat it with my hand.
Orders failed.
How did we get
5.
-17?
Negative 17 points.
Everyone is sad. Even the onion.
I'm waving.
And onions are born to cry.
Yeah, hooray. All right, well, I guess we can continue. Did we pass?
Pass what?
Hot dogs.
We did. That was really... I didn't even know you could get negative numbers in this game.
Well, time to go to the beach. What's over here? They don't allow us over here yet. So do we have to defeat the hot dogs again?
Yeah, we have to get a higher score than negative 17.
Why does the flag have blood on it? What is that?
Let's try this again.
Okay. Negative 17. You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, what did you expect?
I was thinking closer to like -2, maybe. All right, so let's get to it. I'm gonna start bringing these wieners across the thoroughfare.
I don't want to hear that ever again. All right, I'm gonna bring a bun over and I'm gonna do some chopping.
You chop the buns. I'll do the hot dog stuff.
Okay, there's a bun on a plate here. Okay, let's do this. I will stick to buns and plates, and you do all the cooking of the dogs. Okay?
I'm not gonna cook a dog, you sick man. Oh
okay,
no! I gotta get the bot.
Careful,
the bot. Okay,
careful.
the bot's going.
Okay, here we go. I have now chopped 3 buns, and so all we really need is some dogs. If you could throw some dogs on there, that'd be real great of you.
I got dog number 1.
Okay.
All right, I gotta dish these.
I have here, up here. This is the up on deck dog bench.
I throw the stupid. Get rid of the pot. Put it down. Okay, you
hear what I said?
Dog prep bench.
Okay. The on deck dog bench is up top.
What's wrong with you?
There we go. What do you mean? What's wrong with me? It's all these balloons. I'm allergic to them.
Why are you allergic to balloons? That's not how latex allergies work.
I don't have a latex allergy. Only when they're skyborn.
Can you? Oh no!
Get
we
out
got a
of
problem
my...
here. Okay.
Okay. A lot of dogs going on up here. What did you leave? You left hot dog water on the floor.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you hit that button over there?
What was that noise?
That was the ketchup. Hit that red button, the yellow button by the hot dogs. Look at it. Stop it. Hit it. You see it? Hit that. There we go. Okay, no, there we go. Leave it red. What are you doing?
Hold on.
I want ketchup. I need thick sauce to help the wieners go down. Damn it. Okay, we're good to go.
Go.
Ah! I fell in the street. I'm dead, but the hot dog made it. It's all good.
I did it. I brought it to him. Okay,
Thank you.
do you remember all those buns I brought you? What happened there?
I'm prepping. They're all prepped. We're good to go, man. Look at this.
You're so bad at this. Hold on. Oh, the bun's on the other side.
You got to change that to mustard, my man. Get it.
The on deck.
Stop.
The on deck dog bench is now,
This man wants a hot dog with mustard. I'm not making hot dogs right now.
Where's all the plates?
Oh, here's the hot weenies. I got them over here.
Okay, hold on.
All right, we need plates.
What
happened to the plates? I'm just gonna hold the hot dog in my hands. I got it in my hands right here. I'm using my little 8 fingers to hold it.
Keep in mind, in the on deck dog bench has a good dog and a raw dog.
Give me that mustard. Hit that big red button, buddy. Get that button. There we go. It's mustard time. They want the hot dogs. They got them. Hot dogs. All right, it's time for another hot dog, mustard dog. I got the hot dog right here. Gonna cook it.
All right, 2 clean dishes.
Okay,
remember
where's the bun?
I'll go get you bun.
I got a bun. I can chop.
I forget the on deck dog bench.
Stop saying the on deck dog bench. You're gonna have to bleep that. I just threw a hot dog bun across the room as hard as I could.
I died on the land. That's a lie. Why would that happen to me?
It's just a goddamn uncooked hot dog. These sick people, you gotta cook them. It says they're already cooked on the package, but you got too many buns, not enough dogs, buddy. Big buns.
I really want a hot dog.
All right, we got 1 weenie here.
I bet we do.
What is it? They want mustard? All right, here it comes. Ugh. Yes. Hot dogs.
Wow, they love that.
Everyone loves hot dogs.
We're doing pretty good. Get out of the way.
Thanks.
Uh-oh.
This is a Scooby-Doo parade float over here. That's pretty cool. They're doing all sorts of celebrating this fun place.
I put the hot dog on a dirty plate and then died.
That describes a lot. That's how a lot of historical figures go out.
All right,
Are they cooking the hot dogs in the dirty water?
I'm gonna put a couple of these raw dogs in the dirty water.
Don't say raw dogs on the show. You can't say that, you sick man. There's that Scooby-Doo parade float again. I love it. I'm watching the plate. People come to our restaurant for the hot dog, but they stay for the plate.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some of these cooked dogs over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put them on the buns, and then
Give me
you
those
bring them
hot,
over.
swollen weenies. Get that stuff in my buns.
Okay, that one's good to go. You get some of that.
Hit that ketchup button. Hit the ketchup. Thank you.
Oh crap!
Yeah, $8 for a tip.
No!
I fell in the street. I've died once more.
Okay, pump the button. Get some of that juice on top. Get over here. Go!
Oh.
Come on. Okay, here we go. Hot delivery coming through. Oh shit!
Oh.
Give it to him quick! No.
I fell in the street.
Oh no!
Been victims of injuries once more. All right.
We lost a dog at the end there.
Wait, look at that!
Hey!
Yeah!
All right. Things are looking
up.
Oh my god, I was crying laughing at that.
I love hot dogs.
We did a really good job. Well, Max, I think we did really good. I think our plan to keep the on-deck dogs on sparse, but occasionally packed with dogs both cooked and raw has been really helpful for us, and we chopped the buns real good, and we only died like 15 times each.
That's why most hot dog restaurants aren't in the middle of parade routes. Just a thing to know. Anyway, that's Overcooked 2. Sun's out, buns out. Can you chop a hot dog bun fast enough to not die in the street? Find out for yourself when it comes to Overcooked 2 on July 5th.
We did good. I think we did good.
Okay.
I think
Hot
we
dog.
did pretty all right. It was a good thing what we did today.
Hot diggity dog! We've got to take a super quick break, but still to come, an exclusive look at some brand new gameplay from Biomutant. And if you're looking for something to do during the break, why not donate to our awesome charities, the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Response Fund and the Bail Project. You can find out more by following the links down below in the description or by heading to donate.ign.com. Every little tiny bit helps, and by donating, you're entered to win some pretty awesome prizes. IGN Summer of Gaming will be right back. IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by The Last of Us Part 2, available June 19th, rated M for mature. By the Army National Guard, working in our communities throughout the COVID pandemic to deliver food, build hospitals, and more. Go to nationalguard.com/esports for more info. And by Fuser, who will be partying with us all summer long.
News, games, and more is IGN's live news show every day of the week that covers all the day's news about games, movies, comics, and of course more. This is our daily live show that takes a rotating cast of IGN talent, going over all the latest news of the day while taking live questions and comments from chat. We're live every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us on mixer.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN, and twitch.tv/IGN. See you there.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game. But what if you got the opportunity to peek into the minds of the developers while they watch their games getting completely wrecked? That's exactly what happens in every episode of Game Devs React to Speedruns.
You can do that. Oh my god!
We invite you to ride along with the developers as they react to, question, and enjoy some of the most skilled players exploiting and speeding through a game it took years of their life to create. Join us every Saturday for a new episode.
The next generation of video gaming is on the horizon, and IGN is here to bring you the latest PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X news and analysis in our new weekly show, Next Gen Console Watch 2020. We'll bring on the experts to discuss and analyze all the latest developments around these new consoles. From frame rates, services, features, peripherals, and even all the new tech jargon, Next Gen Console Watch 2020 will keep you up to speed on everything leading up to the next generation of gaming. Join us every Friday for a new episode.
Oh, hey! Welcome back to IGN Summer of Gaming. Remember, you can search IGN Summer of Gaming hashtag on TikTok for tons of bonus content or to upload your own gameplay clips. I'm too old to know how to do that myself, but you'll figure it out. Up next, Dreamscaper, a roguelite action RPG that incorporates aspects of brawlers, dungeon crawlers, and top-down shooters into one seamless game about chronic depression. What? Oh, well, let's figure out how that works. Take a look, find out, go, 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 go see it.
This is Dreamscaper, an action RPG roguelite coming to Steam Early Access this summer. Dreamscaper takes action RPG combat and combines it with the endless replayability of a roguelike. Every slumber is a different dungeon in an ever-changing world with a multitude of unique events and challenges. Play as Cassidy, dive into her subconscious, take on the surreal nightmares she wrestles with to dispel the darkness. Master a rich, expansive combat system that rewards skilled play. Use careful positioning, exact timing, and quick reflexes to defeat foes with an abundance of combat options. Make your defense offensive. Use quick reactions to dodge and parry enemy blows to create opportunities. Each weapon class in Dreamscaper is unique, allowing for a myriad of ways to approach combat. Rend the earth below your nightmares, fire off a finger gun, or whip a yo-yo into their faces. Make your nightmare your source of strength. Use lucid powers to bend the dreamscape around you, manipulate the elements to set enemies ablaze, or freeze others in place. When your nightmares overwhelm you, even control time itself to give you the edge you need. Explore ever-changing dreamscapes and discover lost memories, surreal scenery, and a multitude of unique events. Uncover Cassidy's past as you venture through her memories. Use your wits to solve challenging puzzles, growing your strength. Plunder through your dreams, finding resources and gear to build the playstyle that complements you. Special modifiers and rare keepsakes add depth and variety, allowing you to create unique character builds that encourage strong synergies. Wake from your nightmare to tackle a new day. Travel across the city of Red Haven and live Cassidy's waking life. Forge friendships and empower Cassidy with hopes and memories to dispel the darkness of her nightmares. Use resources found in your dream as inspiration to craft gifts for the people close to Cassidy. Make new friends and improve your relationship with them to unlock story vignettes and new powers in your dreams. The more you invest in them, the more they'll support you in return. Face off with nightmarish entities that represent some of Cassidy's most negative emotions. Challenging boss fights with representations of fear, isolation, loss, negativity, and more will test your mastery of the Dreamscape. You'll need to draw on all your strength to handle ever-changing combinations of powerful enemies. Spell slingers, spectral swordsmen, mysterious wanderers, and hulking bruisers will bar your path. Vanquish those deadly foes to clear the dark miasma surrounding Cassidy. We can't wait to make Dreamscaper even better with your feedback and support over the coming months. Prepare to fall into dreams when Dreamscaper launches on Steam Early Access this summer.
Raji, an ancient epic, is a new game rooted in Indian folklore. The story follows a girl chosen by the gods to defend the human realm from invading demons. Check it out if you dare.
What? What's all that if you dare stuff? Don't discourage them from checking it out. They should just be excited to check it out, not a threat.
I'm sure they're brave enough to check it out. I'm just trying to be exciting about it.
Hey, you know what? I think you're right. They're cowards. They're big scaredy cats and little chickens, and so I bet you that they're not even gonna check it out. You know what? That's not the point. The point is, it's a great trailer, and it's nothing to be afraid of, even for a huge scaredy cat little chicken like you.
We're still live.
They can hear all that? Oh no!
The fortress will be a challenge for her, but she is growing into her power. I think Mahabalasura and his demons will soon regret the capture of her brother.
Hey everyone, this is Avichal. Speaking from Pune, India. We're Nodding Heads Games, and I'm the game designer and one of the co-founders. We've been working on this project since the past 3 years, and we're a team of 14 members. Our team members are from India, Greece, Brazil, Australia. Raji, an ancient epic, is a story about Raji and her quest to rescue her little brother Golu while figuring out who is the demon lord Mahabalasura and what was the purpose of the demon invasion during which she lost her brother to the demons.
Beware of too narrow a focus, Durga. If Mahabalasura triumphs here, then what difference will it make in the long view? You must accept that some things are beyond the ability of mortals to affect.
So, the narrations you just heard are from Durga and Vishnu, and these are the gods that will accompany you in your journey. They will be part of a very important part of the story that we are trying to tell. The inspiration is the next thing I want to talk about because it's very important. I mean, as you guys can see, the game's clearly influenced from Hindu mythology. So we're not actually taking a story directly from Hindu mythology, but we are inspired from Hindu and Balinese mythology, and we are creating our own tale and creating a universe that is heavily influenced by these. And just to give you some context from where did this game concept come from, Raji was inspired from Rajasthan, which is where the Rajputs ruled through the medieval era, and the architecture in Rajasthan, in Jaisalmer, is why we looked at it and we went, wow, why is this not a game? And knowing that Indian games are not as represented, or there's Indian gaming industry is still growing. So we took upon this quest back in 2017, and I think around mid-year 2018 we finally got a publisher, which is super.com, and we are thankful to work with them to bring you this game. And since then it's been a team of 14 members, like I said, and now we are entering a polishing phase. That's where we are right now, and we hope to bring you this game this year.
Wake! Do you sleep?
So as you saw, there are some platforming mechanics, and that's what we try to add after a demo back in 2017. A lot of these wall run mechanics, ledges mechanics, behind which of course we've been influenced from games like Prince of Persia, which have been our own favorite for some of us at the studio. And so most of you are probably now wondering about the art style, and I have to tell you that the art style is inspired from Pahari paintings, and our art directors Ian and Shruti both have been working on this tirelessly and endlessly, and we're still tweaking it to perfection. What you see is a hand-painted art style, where every texture you see has been hand-painted. So literally every corner of Raji has been touched upon by the very hands of the artist. And yeah, it's taken quite the journey since the 2017 demo. And now we're approaching a Durga Avatar temple. Yep. So what you see here is the 9 avatars of Durga Ma, and this is where Raji is going to gain a power, a feature in the game. I'll just talk about that in a second.
Ma Durga? What is this?
So, that's Favor of the Gods. This is the feature, and it allows you to gain favor orbs, which unlock abilities for Raji, like chain lightning, electrocution, electric bolts, and these are passive abilities. So when you assign one of your orbs to these abilities, that's when it's activated. And of course all of these orbs can be found when you're exploring the game or at secret locations, so keep an eye for them. So as I was saying, this is a Durga Avatar temple, and you can see the different avatars of Durga. You can see Durga herself. A few of you might be familiar with Kali, and there's 9 avatars. There's Shailputri, there's Pushmanda, and what you can do is you can approach any of these paintings and
Brahmacharini,
you can hear a little story.
To Shiva, you went to live in the mountains, to fast and to pray, and he could not help but fall for your devotion.
Yeah, so we are, always referring back to these lores and myths and stories that are tied up, throughout the game. So here, if you guys are interested in learning more about the 9 avatars of Durga, you can literally walk to each one of them and hear more about them. And we also have another feature where a particular god is picked and their stories depicted on how they came to be, which you will see later, and not in today's footage though. Now we have some combat at our hand. That ability was just chain lightning, and these are the first 2 demons that you face. The Gadasura literally translates to the mace demon, and this is Tez, we call him, which is Tezapsura, which is acid demon. He's literally spitting and puking acid balls at you. So Raji can execute demons when they are at low HP, and as you can see, Raji has a triple dodge ability and she's very agile through the battle arena. And she does have a bit of special attacks. So what you see is the heavy combo is what I'm trying to use here. Yeah, let's just go over the combat a bit. So combat has been paid attention, what the theme we went for is to have Raji feel empowered, and she has different weapons at her disposal during the game, which you'll find out later. But today we're going to show you the Trishul and the Sharanga, which is the bow and arrow. So Trishul has a left click combo, which is pretty much the basic combo, but the right click is where it involves more abilities, and the game uses a theme, movement leads to combat, and that's what I'm gonna show you in the next fight. And bow and arrow, as you might be curious, what are the left click is simple, shoot and run, but the right click is where you can electrocute or shoot 3 arrows at the same time, and of course they take more effort too. So let's move forward.
I wonder sometimes that perhaps you may have fallen in love with the human race. Civilizations rise, and then they fall.
I will not see the demons win, nor the twisted mystic who leads them. What he did to Bhumi Devi was a terrible thing. Who knows what Mahabalasura plans now?
I hope that they do not break your heart.
So what I'm waiting for is to explain you what we have here. It's the Kali shrine, and Kali is a demon goddess herself, and she's worshipped by humans, she's worshipped by demons, and these shrines are found throughout the universe, the levels of Raji, and they can give you a power orb which lets you cast away powerful abilities. And next I want to talk about what I was saying about movement leads to combat. What we meant that is her triple dodge abilities. So what I'm doing is pressing the space bar, right click, left click, and that's what we call the triple dodge ability. So you will literally moving, and while she's doing a dodge, a backflip, a somersault, she can do different kinds of attack. And the card there, right, that's where she can do her wall run attacks. But first we have a third demon to fight, who we call Mahinasura, which literally translates to small demon. Small, yet it can get annoying and especially dangerous in bigger groups. So let's show you the wall run attacks. That's the AoE on the left click, and that's what's on the right click. And I didn't show you this yet, but she does have range attacks on which I'm failing because Mahinasuras are fast. That's the power of that. Because we have two of the rage demons, which are almost like a mini boss fight. That's And that's it. That was the last fight, and I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. And if you want to know more about Raji and how she rescues her brother and what's going on in the story of Raji, the universe of Raji, the combat of Raji, just find us on any social media. We are there. Search for Raji the game, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, our website. You can subscribe to us, and if you're waiting for this game, it's coming on Steam, PS4, Xbox and Switch. And please wishlist us on Steam, and you will never miss an update if you follow us on social media. And if you want to talk to the devs and know more about what's happening day to day, you can join a Discord channel. Thank you so much. Take care.
IGN Summer of Gaming continues. If you're just joining us now, don't forget you can follow the links in the video description or head on over to donate.ign.com to support either of our great charities, the Bail Project or the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Response Fund.
On top of that, you could also search IGN Summer of Gaming hashtag on TikTok for tons of bonus content, or to join in the conversation, which you should do because conversations aren't good alone. For now, we've still got gameplay to dispense, so coming up is No Place for Bravery, an epic fantasy adventure rendered in a gorgeous pixel art style. So let's take a look. Trailers.
Hi guys, my name is Pedro Machado and I'm CEO and game designer at the Glitch Factory. Today we're going to take a look at our newest game, No Place for Bravery. As you can see, it's a pixel art game with action RPG mechanics. The game is very focused on this kind of combat, where the player needs to be skillful and manage his resources carefully to survive. No Place for Bravery tells the story of a father searching for his missing daughter. The world where they live in has been devastated by giant creatures, and Ossuary, one of the last cities left, sits on the brink of a civil war. Along the way, Thorn will face many challenges and tough decisions to reach his goal. This enemy may look like a boss, but he's actually just a common enemy, and it's a very interesting fight. It shows very clearly all the resources the player has at his disposal. You can see that Thorn can attack and defend, and so does the enemy. The game was very inspired by Souls-like games. You have to be very mindful of how long it takes to execute an attack or another action. Timing is very important here. The game is also very punishing, and you will die a lot if you make too many mistakes. But we are very careful to make the punishment feel fair. The player always has to know what he did wrong. We tried to mix elements from other genres to differentiate the game from other Souls-likes. As you can see, it has some platforming elements, and its level design is inspired by Metroidvanias. The player will explore and backtrack a lot, and there will be areas that can only be accessed once the player unlocks specific skills or weapons. This fight is a good example of a fight with some platforms, showing off this range of possibilities. And the cool thing is that you can skip some fights entirely. Not every fight is absolutely necessary. This is another tiny example of the kind of freedom the player will have in this game. This fight shows how different enemies can be and how the player has to adapt to them. Here we have a big enemy, a small enemy, and an archer. Attacking, defending, dodging, and parrying are the main pieces of our combat system. Every character has a health and a posture bar. Once the enemy's posture gets to 0, the player can execute him. This system was inspired by Sekiro. As you can see, the player dies a lot, and it is a natural part of the game. You can also see that Thorn walks around with a child upon his shoulders. His name is Feet, and he is one of the game's protagonists. Their relationship is one of the game's main plots, and it will give us a clue about Thorn's relationship with his missing daughter. It is a story about family and about a father that is, in a way, looking for redemption. Here we've got a complex battle, where the player fights a darker version of the character, and every resource the player has will also be in the enemy's possession. So here, he will explore it all. Defense and offense, parry and dodge. This will be a recurring enemy throughout the game, always bringing new challenges. As the player gets stronger, so will him. He's got a lot in common with the protagonist, but he's a part of a bigger mystery that will be revealed to the player as he progresses in the narrative. Because the game is so narrative driven, we put a lot of effort into making cutscenes more dramatic, with a lot of camera movement and interesting animations. I hope you all have enjoyed it. This is no place for bravery, and don't forget to join our Discord channel, wishlist the game on Steam, and follow us on social media.
Hello, and welcome back to Summer of Gaming. You already knew where you were. You're watching it. Still to come, we are getting an exclusive chunk of new gameplay from Biomutant, a game we haven't heard a peep about in over a year. What are those violent, furry little animals up to now? We'll stick around and find out. But before that, we have a peek at Surgeon Simulator 2 and much more. Wherever you stream IGN, or on IGN 1 channel on your Samsung TV Plus. It is all coming up after a short break. Stick around.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by The Last of Us Part 2, available June 19th, rated M for mature. By the Army National Guard, working in our communities throughout the COVID pandemic to deliver food, build hospitals, and more. Go to nationalguard.com/esports for more info. And by Fuser, who will be partying with us all summer long. Never get nothing to me. Every time I turn around, cats got their hands out, wanting something from it. I ain't got it, so you can't get it.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game. But what if you got the opportunity to peek into the minds of the developers while they watch their games getting completely wrecked? That's exactly what happens in every episode of Game Devs React to speedruns.
Yeah, you can do that. Oh my god!
We invite you to ride along with the developers as they react to, question, and enjoy some of the most skilled players exploiting and speeding through a game it took years of their life to create. Join us every Saturday for a new episode.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
The next generation of video gaming is on the horizon, and IGN is here to bring you the latest PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X news and analysis in our new weekly show, Next Gen Console Watch 2020. We'll bring on the experts to discuss and analyze all the latest developments around these new consoles. From frame rates, services, features, peripherals, and even all the new tech jargon, Next Gen Console Watch 2020 will keep you up to speed on everything leading up to the next generation of gaming. Join us every Friday for a new episode.
News, games, and more is IGN's live news show every day of the week that covers all the day's news about games, movies, comics, and of course more. This is our daily live show that takes a rotating cast of IGN talent going over all the latest news of the day while taking live questions and comments from chat. We're live every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us on mixer.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN, and twitch.tv/IGN. See you there.
Welcome back to Summer of Gaming. This is IGN's Expo number 5, bringing a little bit of gaming fun to your life. I have genuinely no idea how many more of these expos we're going to do, but at least they're for a good cause.
That's right, Big Max. This whole time, everyone thought we were just showing off video games, but we've been secretly raising money for some awesome charities the whole time, and I bet you didn't even notice.
It's not really a secret. We've been telling them about it repeatedly, but in case anyone missed it, they can donate to the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Response Fund and the Bail Project by checking the links in the video description or going to donate.ign.com.
Oh yeah? Well, if you want to be entered to win some awesome prizes, go donate. To donations over $50 will be entered to win a limited edition Summer of Gaming Xbox One X, and every donation helps. Max, what's up next besides this huge secret that we've kept the entire show?
We really are masterminds. Well, speaking of helping people, the original Surgeon Simulator gave us some of the most horrifying depictions of gross medical malpractice in video game history, and in the sequel, you can continue ripping the Hippocratic Oath into bloody tatters with the help of some friends, thanks to the introduction of 4-player co-op. Let's take a look.
Surgeon Simulator 2 is the gut-busting video game sequel to the original bona fide Operation Sim from yours truly, Bossa Studios. Originally released in 2013, Surgeon Simulator quickly gained notoriety for its chaotic gameplay and the rib-tickling moments this caused. When it came to remixing the formula for Surgeon Simulator 2, we doubled down on this sense of physics-based pandemonium. And, believe you me, Bob's chest cavity isn't the only thing to have opened up. Cranking the old clock back to mid-century England, players can expect a plush new setting this time around. But surgery, of course, remains at the heart of the experience. Remember Bob? Of course you do. Well, he's back. Charisma and all. How, you ask? Well, that's for you to find out. But unfortunately, you won't be able to simply ask him, as he's just as poorly as last time. Luckily, there's a rather neat selection of tools at your fingertips. Whether you need to perform a heart transplant, a lung replacement, or even plonk on a new noggin. We hope you have the stomach for this, because Bob certainly doesn't anymore. And while I love an axe as much as the next guy, what's wrong with getting your hands dirty, eh? Ah, feels good. And thanks to our newfangled diagnostic scanner, you'll be able to keep a much closer eye on his vitals. Oh dear, Bob's losing blood. Quick, fetch the trusty syringe. One syringe of tranexamic acid to stop the bleeding, and another of donor plasma to top him back up. We've got plenty of both. And thankfully, Bob's blood type is, red. Oh, what's this? Looks like Bob needs a leg replacement. Introducing the Anatomy Vendor, which churns out replacement limbs and organs to your heart's content. And when Bob's finally healed, well, you can bet your right foot there's always something else wrong with him. So you'll probably need a helping hand. New to the series is 4-way multiplayer, or what I like to call true cooperation. You see what I did there? You see what... Never mind. Meet Penny, Kamal, Heather, and Milo. Don't they look swell? But will your fellow surgeons prove a help or a hindrance? Will 4 heads prove better than 1? One thing's for sure here at Bossa Labs Medical Facility. We work hard, we play hard. And there's no better way to loosen up after a session of medical malpractice than a bit of bowling, a spot of bottle flipping, or even just some good old-fashioned domestic destruction. Ah, feels better. Take that room! You see, the Bossa Labs Medical Facility is a place of wonder, a theater of tomfoolery. It was designed to teach surgery to the masses, and to that end, a series of bone-chilling trials and limb-twisting tribulations await. So, whether it's traversing a chasm, unlocking a mysterious door, or simply navigating the various arteries of the facility itself, you'll need to have your head screwed on and your wits about you. And, by George, you'll want to sharpen up your surgery skills too, as a spiffing selection of cosmetics await those that impress at the facility, including tops, bottoms, hats, and even these cute-as-a-button finger adornments. What fun! And talking of fun, allow me to introduce the cutting-edge Bossa Labs Creation Mode. An all-singing, all-dancing toolkit that arrives with Surgeon Simulator 2. The very same set of easy-to-use, intuitive tools used by our beloved development team to make the game, no less. With the Bossa Labs Creation Mode, the power to create your very own surgery shenanigans is in your hands. And absolutely anything and everything you make, be it an ancient burial chamber, a futuristic space station, or even your very own ring-a-ding-ding bowling alley, can be uploaded to the game for other players to then experience themselves. It's the game that keeps on giving. Strike! So what are you waiting for, Doc? Surgeon Simulator 2 can be pre-ordered from the Epic Games Store. And by doing so, you'll unlock exclusive closed beta access and some super special cosmetics, including the Mad Scientist set. It's truly smoking. So, jump the waiting list and pre-order now. Doctor's orders.
Welcome back to check out this game on IGN Summer of Gaming, highlighting exciting under-the-radar games worth your attention. Up next is a look at No Straight Roads, an action-adventure game led by the lead designer of Final Fantasy XV that mixes music and rhythm straight into its combat. Take a look at some new gameplay.
Not all artists are what they seem. There is much more than meets the eye. Ah!
Ingenious!
It's a different take from home.
Indeed, indeed.
Excuse me.
Mayday and Zook! What are you two doing here? Get out!
That's not the welcome I expected.
Come on, mate. Like what you see? Then head on over to IGN.com or YouTube.com/IGN to watch the full extended version of this gameplay.
Biomutant is an open-world, post-apocalyptic kung fu fable RPG, but that's not even the best part. It stars a bunch of adorable animals, more like Biomutant, am I right? Okay, they're beating the crap out of each other because video games are so great. Here's Damon to bring some long-anticipated details on Biomutant.
Biomutant is a game we and probably you have been anticipating for some time, but it's also been some time since we've gotten an update on it. Here to give us an update is creative director Stefan Ljungqvist. Thanks so much for virtually joining us here.
It's a pleasure. Just to see somebody else, for a while, that's awesome.
I know. Yeah, with no face mask on. What's
exactly.
Such a treat. Okay, so Biomutant is a game our IGN audience is super excited for, but we haven't seen it since, I believe, Gamescom 2018, almost 2 years ago. What have you guys been up to?
Oh, it's a huge game. It's the biggest game I worked on, and I worked on a few other big games in my time. So, sure. And we are a small team, right? So we really, put ourselves in went into a cave. That's the office. And really start working hard on all of the details of this huge world. It's 8 by 8 kilometers, right? It's a huge open world game with so many interlinked features. So it's a quite complex and challenging development also. And especially when you move into the later phases of the development, when you're actually starting, to QA all of these features and the openness of the game and, the nature of all of the different combinations that you as a player, because you have a quite wide, extensive toolbox, have at your disposal, can cause, more challenges, bugs to solve, for example. And also then being a small team, that means that the amount of hands we have on deck compared to, a huge AAA team are less, so it's just a physical thing. The amount of issues that we can fix per day are obviously fewer. But, we're taking our time, and I'm really happy that we are getting this time. And hopefully everybody will be patient with us, and then result, I hope, will be proven to be worthwhile the wait. We will do our absolute best to make sure it is.
So the first thing you do is create your character, right?
Yes, and it's quite special. I mean, we got the question about this prominent character that we've been showing. I mean, you saw already here on on this video that there are tons of different characters that you can create, right? So the poster boy, if you will, that we created, it's like an avatar for our version of the character in this game, but it's really about the character that you create. So there are 6 different tribes in the game, and actually they all or each represent kind of a DNA string, if you will. So as a player, you're free to kind of mutate your own or morph your own version of each of these 6 DNA strands, if that makes sense. So it's not like choosing between 6 characters. It's like choosing between 6 DNA strands and morphing your own character, you know, in those within those DNA strands, and then choosing fur and fur patterns, etc. But the big thing here is like also, you know, the appearance of your character affects the stats. It's a full-blown RPG, you know, in the background. So I want to put emphasis on that.
So I guess what I'm wondering is, while you're creating your character, are you seeing your stats go up and down while you're creating the shape of your character?
Yes. So it's kind of a seamless morphing with this, you know, DNA creation wheel, and that will change the stats live. So you kind of have a little bit of a balance going on there. Like if you choose a very strong character, he might not be the strongest in intellect, for example. You cannot create a really buff warrior at the same time as you have a really strong mutant with, you know, the psionic powers. Eventually, as you go forward in the game, obviously you can choose to upgrade that any way you want. But in the beginning of the game, we're kind of putting you into this decision. Are you a fast and nimble? Are you, you know, a smart mutant, or are you a warrior or whatever? And that also ties into the next phase, which we haven't shown a lot in the character creator, is that you choose a class. So that's also kind of, you know, more akin to your traditional RPG. Like, for example, a class would be a Psy-Freak. That's more of your X-Men mutant style, distant, let's say, magic user in a fantasy RPG. Or you can do Commando. That will make you look like Rambo, you know, with the bandana and just a bare chest. Obviously, it's furred, but and ammo belt. And so there's a number of classes there that will dictate your starting weapon preferences, also your starting gear, and a few other things. So that's a quite important choice, which is going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. But it's like any other RPG, but our classes are a little bit more Biomutant-ish, if you want. Yeah, here you see the crafting as well. So weapon choices are quite interesting in the beginning, but obviously you can unlock all of the weapon preferences later on as you level up.
Yeah, I believe you combine parts to create unique weapons. Is that right?
Yeah, we saw a little bit here in the video. It's like it's a very extensive crafting system, so it's super deep. I mean, you can take, like you saw in the video, we took a big toothbrush part that I scavenged from a billboard in the open world. I put some crazy handle on it, and then I can actually add on bits and parts on top of that toothbrush or whatever weapon I choose to create. So it's more like you're really crafting your own weapon, putting together I don't know how many thousands of combinations you can do. It's actually, for ranged weapons, I think it's millions of combinations, but it's not about the combinations. It's about how you are like finding the parts that are representing the playstyle that you want. Obviously, we also have parts that are more rare than others, and they have special abilities. They like, you know, in Destiny or any other, you know, shooter game, they have custom effects. Some can shoot, you know, additional missiles or whatever for rare bits that you have to find and loot. But you also have some can shoot, you know, make your ammunition turn into fire bullets, etc. So the whole looting process is quite important in the game, and the way that you also use that creativity to craft. Something that we didn't show is that you can also craft your gear, so your clothes, your jackets, your helmets, whatnot, shoulder pads. And that also comes into play when you're entering like meta zones, what we call them, like heat zones, cold zones. And you have to find gear to be able to craft you know, an oxygen mask to go into a dead zone, or, you know, a warm jacket to go into a cold zone, etc. So crafting and actually creating your own look, that's cool, but you also have to be mindful of the stats that goes along with that look. But you can also do some presets, you know, so you can immediately switch your outfit with the D-pad input for different presets. So you can do that.
Are we underwater here in sort of a submarine type vehicle?
Yeah, so this is one of the more like at the center of the world. It's a big tree of life. That's a representation of the current status of the world. So compared to other games, like we are currently playing as the world is dying. You can choose to participate in taking it down or help bringing it down or try to save it. So there are 4 routes stretching across this whole wide open world in 4 directions. At the end of each route, there's a huge boss. And now we're looking at a few of them. So in order to get to the resolution of this tree of life and world destiny, if you want, the fate of the world, you're going to take on these world eaters. And at the end of the fight, you're kind of, seeing the conclusion of earlier decisions, not to spoil anything, because you're also allied with one of these tribes that has a goal towards the conclusion of the end of the world. So each of these bosses, you're using, let's say, a vehicle. You mentioned, and we saw this submarine, but there are other versions that you saw also. That we have a mech there that you use to fight one of them. There's also a mount later on, and you will see some kind of Wotski. So there are different means for those epic boss fights that you are not, on foot. But there are also like other bosses, as you saw here, where you are on foot or on a mount or whatever you choose to be using, like these ones, for example. But these are like the big world eaters. Like this one is a big world eater, for example. This is the one that you use the mech for.
Gotcha. So some of this footage, a lot of it's giving me sort of a Legend of Zelda vibe. Was that one of your inspirations working on this game?
No, I mean, when we started with this game, Zelda Breath of the Wild was not out. But obviously we love the series, right? So it has inspirations from a lot of things. But also other popular culture. I mean, I don't think it comes as a surprise that we like Kung Fu Panda, for example. So, but obviously, I mean, from an art style or whatever, I mean, it's a bit of Ratchet in there. People have told me. Gameplay-wise, you have, if you look at my shirt, Devil May Cry, or I think it's also, people are saying it's more like Arkham stylish, but also some parts of Ratchet. So it's a kind of a hybrid where, we are 18 people now. A lot of the design decisions are made from us together as a team. So that means that there's a juxtaposition or a agreement on what we call a free flow combat system in general, and inspiration for the world. If that's what you're talking about, it's colorful and vibrant, and that's what I also love with Zelda. So in a way, I was sidetracked a little bit there on the question. But.
No, it's fine. I didn't think this was possible, but I think that footage just made me even more excited for Biomutant. Any sort of idea of when everyone's going to be able to finally play it?
I mean, like we are at the end phase of development, right? And I started with this when you asked me in the beginning, like, what have we been doing? And we're doing the same thing, in a massive game like this, and it's very big. Like I say, it's the largest game that I ever worked on. You will have issues, right? You will have technical challenges to overcome, and artistic too. But at this stage of the project, it's more like cleaning out. We're squashing bugs, right? So and trying to make these end decisions on. Making sure that the player, let's say, understands what to do. That's one of the challenges in an open world game. Like, you always have this choice of how free are you in this world? And in the beginning of the development, we were kind of like, let's make the player totally free. But it showed like too much freedom is not really epic too, because you get too much freedom, you don't know what to do, right? So I think gradually we've also been working with trying to streamline that more. So you always know what you want, what you'd be supposed to be doing, but then you can deviate from that at any point and do whatever you want. I mean, because literally you're free to go after the first half hour of the game. You can really go anywhere you want in this world, but that's also a challenge for those that, might be needing more help or guidance. So we're working on that, trying to conclude that part of the development as well. So it's more like user experience and primarily squashing those bugs.
Got it. Well, Biomutant continues to look super, super cool. Stefan, thank you so much for giving us this update.
Thank you for having me.
Earlier today, we saw the Avengers War Table stream where Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix showed off new modes, story missions, and the co-op capabilities of their upcoming epic action adventure based on the unstoppable superhero franchise. Summer of Gaming is presented by the Army National Guard, so let's check in with one of our gaming guardsmen and see what they thought of the War Table stream.
Hey guys, my name is Sergeant Axelson with the North Dakota Army National Guard. My primary job skill is a combat engineer or 12 Bravo. In my off time, I'm actually a musician and a wrestling coach, which I do help out a lot with in the community. My main passion though is gaming, which is also integrated into my current job in the Army National Guard. I'm part of the Army National Guard stream team. I watched the Avengers Reveal stream, and there are 3 things that caught my attention right away. Number 1 is being the individual hero missions where you can go in and get their backstory and kind of learn their abilities and get that individuality of the character you want. As in, if I play Thor and you play Thor, they're going to be a lot different styles. So just having that individuality I think is great. The next thing I want to talk about is the co-op in Warzone, where all of your individual characters and the individuality you put into them kind of come together in Warzone to accomplish those tasks. And you'll also get forward progression for them, which means you don't even have to complete the Warzone to further your characters at all, which is really nice. I really look forward to playing this game in September as Thor and grinding out with all my friends to get our team together and start accomplishing these missions. See ya.
Well, things are winding down for Expo Day 5. Also, I don't know that you can see that I'm petting my cat. It might just look like my hand is floating and doing some weird things. Anyways, things are winding down for Expo Day 5 here on IGN Summer of Gaming, but there's more to come. And really, when you think about it, Summer of Gaming is more of a state of mind than an actual season. So maybe Summer of Gaming will continue forever in our hearts.
That's right, Sid. It sure is a Summer of Gaming. Anyway, we're ducking out for a couple of hours, but coming up later today at 4 p.m. Pacific, News, Games, and More is going to talk about all of those things, news, games, and more, and what's been going on around the video game industry, as well as bringing you highlights from throughout the day.
And then be sure to tune in tomorrow when we get a long-awaited look at a small little game called Cyberpunk 2077 on the Night City Wire. We've got pre- and post-show coverage lined up, followed by news, games, and more, and a very special up at noon. Hey, I'm on that. Later that afternoon, and where we've got some more Cyberpunk stuff to reveal. We really can't wait to show you that. It really has been a summer of gaming.
Summer of Gaming.
Whoever came up with that name deserves a raise. Thank you to everyone for watching, to everyone who followed us on TikTok, posted a Yappa, and a massive, huge, gigantic, enormous thank you to everyone who donated to our charities. We'll see you later, and we'll see you in a bit for news, games, more. IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by the Army National Guard, working in our communities throughout the COVID pandemic to deliver food, build hospitals, and more. Go to nationalguard.com/esports for more info.
We're happy to present IGN Summer of Gaming, featuring the latest and greatest in game reveals, news, trailers, next-gen coverage, and more. Our month-long event features our first ever series of IGN Expos, where you'll get first looks at world premiere game trailers, exclusive game demos, and interviews you won't find anywhere else. IGN Summer of Gaming, only on IGN and IGN One on Samsung TV Plus.
Tired of watching IGN on those tiny cell phones and tablets? Well, IGN is moving to your living rooms. Starting in June, tune into IGN One on your Samsung TV Plus to see all that IGN has to offer, beginning with our exclusive Summer of Gaming event. You'll get first looks at world premiere game trailers, exclusive game demos, and next-gen console coverage that you won't find on any other network, only on IGN One.
The next generation of video gaming is on the horizon, and IGN is here to bring you the latest PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X news and analysis in our new weekly show, Next Gen Console Watch 2020. We'll bring on the experts to discuss and analyze all the latest developments around these new consoles. From frame rates, services, features, peripherals, and even all the new tech jargon, Next Gen Console Watch 2020 will keep you up to speed on everything leading up to the next generation of gaming. Join us every Friday for a new episode.
News, games, and more is IGN's live news show every day of the week that covers all the day's news about games, movies, comics, and of course more. This is our daily live show that takes a rotating cast of IGN talent, going over all the latest news of the day while taking live questions and comments from chat. We're live every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us on mixer.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN, and twitch.tv/IGN. See you there.